Good morning, class. In today's class, we'll be studying about the word emails. You all must be familiar with this word, but let's study in brief what is it. Starting with the introduction, email is a short form of electronic mail. What is the short form of? What is the electronic mail's short form is email. Okay. It is a way of sending messages and data to other people by means of computer connected on a network. We just use a computer or now so it is available on the mobile phones also, and we just need an internet connection to send the email. It is fast, replacing the traditional way of writing letters and postcards and sending telegrams to people at a distance. People who stay far away from us, it is easy for us to send email to them instead of sending letters and postcards and telegrams and all. Okay. The traditional forms are now often referred to as snail mails. What is the traditional form of sending an email known as? It is also known as snail mail. Now, talking about the advantages of email, there are certain advantages of sending an email. Increasing popularity of writing emails must be attributed to these advantages explained below. An email is a high speed communication and information transfer mode. It is a high speed communication and information transfer mode, which means it is very fast and it can be done rapidly. It can be done at a rapid speed. It basically depends upon the internet speed. Okay, so it is a high speed communication and information transfer mode. All that you need to work on to send and receive message is your keyboard. We just need to type everything on our keyboard, using our keyboard, and the computer and the internet equipment does the rest. The computer and the internet does the rest of the work. We just need to type it, and by just single or two clicks we can send the email very easily. The dispatch and retrieval of messages is virtually instantaneous. The sending and receiving of the messages is very instant. A single message can be sent simultaneously to several recipients. If we want to send one email to many people, it can be done at one time only. We can send one email to many people at one time only. Instead of sending letters to five different people or sending notices to five different people, we can send an email at one time only. At one single message can be sent simultaneously. Okay, it can be forwarded many other times also. Other files can be attached to emails. We can attach some kind of pictures or anything or different other things to the email. It is cheaper and faster than a letter. Of course, we are just using our internet, so it is a cheaper way of communication. Now, how to write effective emails. For writing effective emails, there are certain things that we need to keep in our mind. First is the subject line. What is the subject line? The subject line is like a headline that catches the recipient's attention first and tells what the email is about. The subject line is very important to mention, as it can be called a headline also, because by just reading the subject line, the recipient will get to know what is the email all about. An email without a subject line does not usually get its due attention. If we don't write the subject in this emails, then it don't the person will not be aware that what is the email about, so he or she might not give much attention to that. The subject line should be brief. The subject line should not be very big. You should not write 2 or 3 lines in a subject line. You just need to write one single brief line. Okay, need not to be complete sentence. It is not necessary that you write a complete sentence. Then must contain a clue to the content of the message. It simply means, all these 3 points simply means that a person who is a recipient of this email, he or she should be easily available to he or she should be easily able to understand what is this particular email all about. For that purpose only we write the subject line. Now the main message, salutation. The main message contains 3 different points. First is the salutation, then focused and readable message, then the complimentary close. Okay, now what is the salutation? Decorum demands use of proper salutation, especially in case of formal relationship with the recipient. Use the title with the person's surname. Okay, according to the basics, we should know how to start the writing the email. So in the beginning, if we are writing a formal email, we just have to write person's surname. We can't write hi, hi, hello, and hi Somesh, hi Ramesh, or hi Rita, whatever it is. We don't write the first name of the person. We have to address the person with dear and then the surname of the person. Okay, now focused and readable message. State your introduction and reference if required, and the purpose in the first sentence of the message. Mark the next paragraph with the line break and furnish the necessary details. In your if you are giving an introduction and reference, if it is required, you should write the purpose in the first sentence. Okay, then you have to write the next paragraph with a line break. You should give a break of one single line, and then you need to change a paragraph. Okay, then you have to write the points. Could be highlighted by using numbers or bullets. If you are writing something in points, then it could be highlighted, or it can be written in numbers or bullets. Ideally, your message should be kept to one screen only. Ideally, we should write our email in one screen only. That means in one page only. If it exceeds one screen, begin with the most important details and give other points in order of their importance. If we are using a second sheet or second screen, we should start writing the important details in a particular order. Now the complimentary close. Informal emails should be closed professionally with compliments like best regards, regards, or yours sincerely. Formal email writing is it is a little tricky also. It is very important to understand how to write a formal email, because formal email you need to pay very much attention. In formal emails, first what we have to do in the beginning, we have to address a person with dear. We do not say hi hello to that person, and then we have to write the surname of the person. And while closing a formal email, we have to be very professional, writing best regards, regards, or yours sincerely. In writing informal email, it is not necessary to do so. Informal emails are very easy to write. Attachments to the email. It is appropriate to mention in your message if there are any attachments to the email. If you are attaching a particular photograph or something, then you have to mention it in your email that there is an attachment to this email. Kindly pay attention to that also. However, attachments are best avoidable or sent when absolutely necessary, because they may carry viruses. If possible, copy and paste the text to the main message. It is not necessary to send an attachment every time. Attachments are best avoidable. If we avoid the attachments, then it will be much more beneficial for us, because it may carry different kind of viruses and all. If possible, we need to copy and paste the text to the main message. Okay, so this is all about the emails. At the back of the when you turn your page of this chapter, there are some examples of formal and non-formal email. Let's just quickly go through the examples also. This is a specimen example of formal email. So here you can see two xyzn@yahoo.com. It is written, and it is a, what is the subject written over here? Subject is request for appointment to conduct interview next week. The person has written the subject also. Okay, see here, this email is addressed to Mrs. Pillai. Mrs. Pillai is the surname of whatever the lady's name is. Then here it is written, I am Tanvi Lal. You should mention what from where you are. So this lady is a columnist with the Times of India. Okay, then this is the entire email written. You can see that there are single line gap also. There is a break of one line given. Then she has closed with warm regards, name and mobile number and all. She has given her rest of the details. Here also subject is written to subject dear, then the particular email is written, then there is a gap of one line, break of one line, then two different lines, then yours sincerely. This is the example of formal email. See how to write informal email. In the informal email also you will write to and subject and to should be written in both the emails, so that because it is just given so that the recipient get to know what is the email all about. Dear, hope you are fine and all. This is the then in while closing it, it is not written regards or yours sincerely, because that is basically used in the formal emails. Love mother, love Roma. Okay, so these two are the examples of informal email, and these are the examples of formal email. Now you have to do the exercises, formal and informal email. I'll be sending you the pictures of the these emails, and you have to write that in your copy. Okay, so pay attention, understand what is the topic email, and if you have any doubts you can ask me. Okay, thank you class.